how much stuff do you have in your house? Because although I think I don't have a lot, especially compared to kind of the average person, and definitely in comparison to some of my friends, I think somehow in the last couple of years I've managed to accumulate a lot of stuff again. So in 2018, we sold everything. Fast forward to the end of 2019, we came back to Australia and started amassing things again. And very quickly, that stuff adds up. And I'm not just talking about the amount of tea or the board games, just things. Being here on the cruise ship, you can only bring as much luggage as you can bring, right? So we actually brought far more than we have traveled with in notifications. Probably should have silenced those. What I was saying was that being on the cruise ship, which decided to let itself be known, we've brought more luggage with us than we've traveled with in a really long time. We've got 2 medium-sized rolly cases, a backpack, and a handbag. But even then, that's still not that much stuff in the grand scheme of things, and it has been absolutely wonderful to just have a set amount of things. Now, like I said, I'm not a minimalist as much as I would like to be. I have too much stuff in my house, but there's a lot to be said for it. I think the reason why we like minimalism so much no. This is not going well. Let's try that again. One of the reasons why I think that we like minimalism as a design trend, as an aesthetic trend, as a lifestyle choice, is for things like the fact that you feel less cluttered in your mind when you have less clutter around you. And I've talked about this in a previous video as well. But it's also good for the environment. You have less stuff, so less things have to be manufactured. It means that you're also considering what is really valuable to you and what things you want to display, whether that be diplomas and degrees or things that you've been gifted. It allows you to be very ruthless with your decisions on what you keep. It helps to reduce others' impact and their feelings of maybe difficulty or guilt in buying you things, because you're like, no, I actually don't need any more stuff. I just want a plant. So there's a whole range of things that make minimalism as a choice something that's very attractive to a lot of people. I won't go into all of them. You can look at that yourself on the internet. No. Stay, camera, stay. Oh my god, this is going very poorly. Alright, I'm just gonna hold you for a little while until I can come up with a better solution that is a little bit more stable for boat life. Anyway, I just wanted to close out by saying that I think when you put yourselves in these sorts of situations where you're traveling or you're staying with friends and all of a sudden you don't have a million things with you or on your person or around you, it gives yourself a little bit of a break or a little bit of mental clarity, which is really nice. And I think that that's something that I would really like to incorporate more of into my everyday life and into my house. And the idea of going through and doing a purge on stuff like my clothes that I seem to have reaccumulated is a good thing. And I'm looking forward to that, because experiences like this where I don't have a lot of stuff and I'm not having to worry about, oh, what have I got? Oh, where did I lose that? Where is that saved? Is it in a drawer somewhere? And just the rigmarole, the mental rigmarole that goes with that, and not having any of that has been amazing. And I enjoy it every single time I travel and just get away. So yeah, that's my thoughts for the day, is around minimalism and just being very conscious and deliberate with the things that you have in terms of materialistic things in your life and in my life. If this video was helpful or you enjoyed it, Don't forget to do all the things like subscribe and so on. It would mean the world to me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye! Okay, so if the scene looks a little bit different, that's because it is. Being on a cruise ship means that the boat does this sometimes, and sometimes that means that cameras go. Anyway. Oh dear, what has occurred here? Oh god, I've forgotten what else I was going to talk about. I don't know how far we got through that before it started to like curve down. I don't even know if you could see my face or not.